Hey guys, this is what happened, but you weren't here so you missed it. You know what today is? It's Sunday. So that means it's time to do some cooking, because usually Sundays we go over for family dinner at Granny's house. And all morning I usually spend cleaning and cooking, so today is no different. So I promised you guys for the last few days that I would start my gluten-free cooking. And today is the day. Oh Lord. Alright, so let's have a look over here. This is the first thing I'm going to do. The Sorghum Blend. You know what that means? That means it's swing time. Swing! Alright, so let's just review this quickly. Let me make this a little bit larger so you guys can see it. Of course, it's not going to work on my Kindle to make it larger. Maybe if I turn it sideways. Yeah, I guess that's a little bit easier to see. So basically the sorghum mixture is 1.5 cups of sorghum flour, 1.5 cups of potato starch or cornstarch, and a cup of tapioca flour. So all of those things are available from Bob's Red Mill. So here I have a sweet white sorghum flour. I have my cornstarch over here, my tapioca flour over here. Now, tapioca flour and tapioca starch. Oh wow, it says it's the same thing. How about that? Tapioca flour, also known as tapioca starch. Oh, it was potato starch and potato flour that were two different things. That's what I was thinking of that I had read. But anyway, I got my big glass jar that I had gotten from Target. And I did my initial mixture in here. I put all those flours in here, and now I'm going to mix it up. And this, let me turn this on too. This is the basis for all of the different baking. This is like the basic mixture for flour, and then you add other stuff to it depending on what you want to bake. Like if you want to do cookies or cake or bread. They all have different textures, so you all have to add different things to them, but that is like the holy grail of flour mix for gluten-free baking. But we'll get there. So I'm going to mix that up in a minute. Also over here I've got some rice that I have boiled. I tried boiling it this time and draining it, because I saw somewhere on the internet that it's better for fried rice if you take the starch out of it. So rather than like rinse it before I cook it, I figured I've seen other people do this too. I don't know if it's right or not, but I guess the proof will be in the tasting today at dinner time. If it's better to just boil it and drain it through a strainer. But that's what I did, and that's cooling, because we're gonna have fried rice today. Vegetarian fried rice. And I figured, hey, let me roast some of that cauliflower over here. And I'll chop that up and I'll put that in the fried rice, and that'll probably taste pretty good. It'll kind of have like a chickeny type texture, not really, but why not? And of course all those lovely scallions that we got yesterday will be going in there as well. And for dessert, I told Granny that I was going to make this carrot cake mix, so I have that to do as well. So it's kind of a busy day, so I'm trying to get everything done. And I guess maybe I'll attempt to do some gluten-free rolls and see how that turns out. So let me gather all my supplies, and then I'll be back to show you what I'm going to do with that. Alright guys, so we're ready to begin. We are going to be making ready-to-bake yeast bread. And the thing that I like about this is you can make this batch up, and if you don't want to cook it all at once, you could leave it in the refrigerator for up to 5 days, and then when you want fresh bread, all you have to do is put it in the pan, let it rise for however long, probably like 40 minutes or half an hour, and then bake it. And it's fresh, and it lasts for up to 5 days. So I'm probably going to make it all at once. So there's not going to be any left in there. So the first thing that you have to do is proof your yeast, and we've done this before. It's 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 tablespoon of active dry yeast, and a cup of warm milk. Don't make it too hot, otherwise you're going to kill the yeast. Then in this little bowl over here, I have, let's see, 1 teaspoon of the flax meal, the ground flax meal that I used last week for the pizza crust, and a half a cup of boiling water. So basically you want to cook that and then let it come to room temperature so that it's not going to be too hot to kill the yeast. Then this recipe is extremely simple. You just get your mixing bowl, and I'm going to do mine in the KitchenAid, and you put in 2 cups of potato starch or cornstarch. I'm not sure. I wouldn't substitute because I've already put cornstarch in my Sorghum Blend, my Schwing blend over there, if you will. So I used real potato starch. So 2 cups of potato starch, not to be confused with potato flour. 1 cup of the Sorghum Blend, 1 1/4 teaspoons of salt. Now this is where it might get a little tricky for you guys. Yes, it sounds like a lot of ingredients, but you know what? To not have that wheat laying on your stomach and to not have your pockets empty because you bought the already made stuff at the store, that's going to make you feel better when you have to do a little extra work to get this. So 1 teaspoon of the xanthan gum, 1 teaspoon of the guar gum, and then the rest is pretty easy. 1/4 cup of unsalted butter, buttery spread, or oil. I'm going to use olive oil. A tablespoon of cider vinegar, and then some sesame seeds if you want sesame seeds on the top. You could probably use poppy seeds if you wanted to, or, you know, maybe even caraway seeds, but I wouldn't use caraway seeds unless you were doing like more of a rye flavor. So I would go with poppy or sesame. Alright, so I mixed it up in the KitchenAid, and yes, it's going to be quite runny. It's definitely a no need. You don't have to work it like you would a gluten bread. The thing about this is you can't shape it like you do regular gluten bread, so it's like gonna turn your whole world upside down if you're used to baking gluten bread. So I'm going to put that in the pan and let it rise, and then I guess we'll stick it in the oven. The thing is, don't over mix it. It said mix it just till it's combined and then 30 seconds on medium. So apparently they don't want you to over mix it. Alright guys, so guess what I'm using? My square dessert bar pan. And I've used 2 of the Pampered Chef, I guess these are 1 tablespoon scoops. You don't want to overfill it because it's really going to rise a lot. So I'm going to sprinkle that with some sesame seeds, and I'm going to let it rise in a warm place. Let's see if they say how long. Rise until level with the top of the pan. Actually, they're not making rolls. They're making 5 by 3 inch baguettes. You know, mini ones, like hoagie rolls, I guess. So I'm gonna play it by ear. Hoagie rolls. What is she thinking? Hoagie balls?
I said Pokeballs.
Pokeballs. Oh, like Pokemon?
Yeah.
Maybe there's a Pikachu inside. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna sprinkle my sesame seeds, like I said, and let it rise. And then 400 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes. So I'll do it for 20 minutes and check it because mine are smaller. Actually, I might check it after 15 minutes and see what's going on. We'll see. Hi, sir.
Hello.
You just came in from the pool and I'm almost done cooking. You like the cauliflower?
Delicious.
First I roasted it and then I sauteed it with the onions and peas. So I have a confession to make. I screwed up.
What did you do?
As usual, you should know already that I'm a screw up. When I made the dough for this, I forgot the last ingredient, which was vinegar. So those don't have the vinegar in it. And I had still half of it left, which I made a mini loaf with, and that one does have the vinegar.
So this is
Totally gluten-free.
gluten-free.
What do you think? It's just one of the varieties, so if you don't like this variety, I could try a different mixture.
It's not horrible.
Not horrible?
No, I could
I
probably,
haven't tried it yet.
I could probably eat that.
That's like a dinner roll. We'll see. Look, it's fluffy like a loaf of bread.
That's pretty good actually. I like it.
It's like Italian bread.
Good.
Yeah. Oh, it's really good. So that's without the vinegar. The one, we're gonna have to taste the other one too, because the other one I put the vinegar in. I think it actually rose a little bit higher with the vinegar, so yeah.
Very good.
Chris, you want to taste?
What?
Bread?
Yeah,
Oh. Yeah, in a minute.
A little doughy in it.
Alright, so there's the modified fried rice, I'll call that. What do you think?
I don't know. The cauliflower maybe a little bit out of place here.
Well, I thought it would give it more of a texture like there was little pieces of chicken in there or something. You know, because I roasted it first. I don't know, it looks pretty good to me. But I forgot to put in carrots. Well, I didn't forget. I was being lazy. I didn't put in carrots. I'm sorry! Honey, I'm sorry. You forgive me?
No.
Thanks. Oh, well, another tasty taster has imparted into the kitchen. What do you think about the fried rice? Good stuff? Alright, now have one of these.
I don't want to spoil my dinner.
Have it, and I'll give the other half to Sean. Come on! Hurry up!
Alright, let me wash my hands.
Alright, stop parading around the kitchen. Do you want me to feed you?
Okay.
Alright. First of all, look at how fluffy and nice that is. Take a nice bite. Sink your teeth into that.
It's good.
Yeah? Kristin doesn't give her praise too lightly, so that I'll take that as a good recommendation. Ah, so we meet again.
Why, hello.
Hello, sir. Alright, so the little loaf has come out. The one that I put in the correct ingredients. I added the extra vinegar that was missing. And it's sliced up pretty nicely. Why don't you give it a taste? It looks pretty fluffy. Looks like it's
like bread.
Yeah, looks like it's well done.
Little wet and doughy in the middle.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
You have to master that.
yeah.
It's definitely bread-like.
Oh, that's good. Let me see.
It's very dense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If it could be a little more fluffier, I think it would be. But you know what? It's not wheat bread, so
No?
no. I think it, it's actually really good. I shouldn't eat and talk at the same time.
No.
But it does taste like a nice Italian bread.
Pretty good.
I think maybe instead of, if I didn't use olive oil and I put the butter or the butter spread in there, it would have a different flavor even more.
Maybe.
Or, you know, that would be really good with herbs in it too.
Yeah.
I think that would be really good. Ooh,
Smells
pretzel.
like caramel or coffee or something.
Looks good.
Like,
What?
Nougaty?
like a nougat?
Oh, maybe like the toffee in a Toblerone.
Definitely milk chocolate.
Like a
And,
praline?
I don't know. These pieces
Like a
are
caramel?
It's good.
Like toffee? Toffee. It's like a score bar.
That place is expensive.
Score!
And the chocolate though.
Yeah.
Alright, that looks pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Looks lovely.
Well, you
Let's see
can
how it tastes. Is it a thumbs up? Thumbs up winner?
What?
Can you thin slice?
Please.
Please. You're gonna drop it, you're gonna drop
Let's
it.
not try.
Oh, thank you. What? Who's that girl? What? Cross up the lighting there. There we go. But look at Granny's afro. Granny does look like a French clown with that
No,
shirt
it's
on.
a creepy clown.
Oh, alright.
Not to
What
be
was
mean,
this
but
one?
It just looks like a
That
clown.
looks weird. I guess that was before I got my hair cut into this fashionable punk style. Oh. Look, here's another weird one. Kristin pointed out, what's with the punk persona and the sailor suit?
I think there's another better picture of it.
And that's tech school graduation. Oh, look at you, honey. You look like you're about 5 years old there.
I was.
And Granny sporting a flock of seagulls haircut.
The youngest graduate.
Oh, we were just married there, pretty much, right?
I thought
Yeah.
you had those pictures.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
At our house? Oh,
Somewhere.
maybe.
I've seen those before.
Maybe. All right, for all you Kristin fans, here's the
He's still under the
Kristin
table.
early years.
I didn't even
Which
notice.
one's It's a real baby.
Just don't, they believe you, don't, because if you start.
Honey, look
then
at
you're gonna
you.
start jumping
Post
around.
I didn't
80s.
say a word. I just
Actually,
looked at
that is
No,
the 80s.
that was the 80s.
Kristen loved that airplane thing that you put up in the doorway. I was always going to have a heart attack that she was going to bounce so much it was going to drop on her head. Hit you
No.
in the soft spot.
Oh, such luck.
Great.
Oh,
He's my buddy.
yes he is. He's a good boy. Oh,
You Sean?
yes. He
Dentist?
says, tell me
I
I'm
forgot
wonderful.
Sean was here. He's been so quiet.
Yeah, Sean's been a good boy.
Sean, clean up.
Yeah, you have to go out.
Quiet is good, right?
All right, ready, Emma?
Well, it's Sunday night. You know what that means. Last night of dessert for the week, and I'm taking advantage of it. I'm looking at Mark over there. I'm like, do you want anything? He's like, well, I do. Oh, just got a text. So I'm going to have my little brownie square with my naughty ice cream. Oh, so good. I'm not going to have it tomorrow. Tonight's the last day. Even though tomorrow's a holiday, I was thinking, well, what am I going to do? It's still a holiday, but it is a Monday, so it's not going to happen. So I'm going to enjoy it, and I hope you guys have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Till next time, much love.